guys, welcome back to another Poke Crossings video. So in today's video guys, I'm going to bring you along on the massive terraforming / design project that we started last week, which is the residential area. So you can see as I'm wandering up and down guys, the main area here where we had 7 houses is now empty. We've just got what was left of their garden areas and their hedges. So we're gonna, in today's video, I'm gonna bring you along while we clean this area up and we start planning the layouts for the different streets, if you like. So if you haven't seen the previous video, what I said I wanted to do was I wanted to create an area where you've got the house and then a bigger garden area, and each garden area is going to be themed depending on whose house it is. So it's going to be a lot of work and it's going to require a lot of space. So we're just going to start with planning the layouts today, and then we can start moving the houses kind of back once we've got that general layout. So I've split the islanders into little groups, and these are going to be the groups that they're for the streets, who they're going to live next door to, and I've based this up on who they hang around with most on the island. So street number 1 is going to be Goose, Cookie and Shari. They get along quite well, Cookie and Goose especially, but Shari fits in with that crew really nicely as well. Then the next street is going to be the little bromance that we've got. So it's Burr, Lucha and Filbert. And then I'm going to have 2 separate streets with just 2 houses on each one, so 2 separate areas. And that's going to be Nana and Yucca are going to be on one. And then Sprocket and Naomi are going to be on the other. And that is purely because those 2 don't really fit the kind of theme or the aesthetic, and they don't really fit in with the rest of the islanders. So them 2 are going to be kind of on their own. And then as we start to move people in and out again, I'll get those 2 places kind of more firmed up, if you like. So that's who's living with who. That's the theory. So I'm going to get rid of my face and we're going to start cleaning this whole area up and see if we can start planning out some space. Alright guys, so this whole area now is clear for this top section, and it's this top section where I plan to put the first street, and the first street is going to start over here because I want the first house, I want like the garden to almost go into the river. And what I mean by that is like this is going to be Goose's spot, and he'll have part of his garden, he'll be able to like come and sit by the river or something like that. So I want this kind of cool edge here to be incorporated into the edge of his garden. So that's why I'm going to start at this side. So when I looked at somebody did a post, and I think I showed it in my last video, and they showed what different houses look like with villager gardens, and the one that I think looks the best is 9 squares across and then 6 squares up or down if you like. And the villager houses themselves are 4 squares across and 3 squares back, but when you actually place the houses it shows you as a 4 by 4 square, because that 4th square, the vertical 4th square, takes into account where the door kind of sticks out, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to use the dirt paths, and I'm going to use the dark dirt paths to try and give an outline of where I want the kind of their edge of the garden, so where their fence is going to be. And then I'm going to use the lighter dirt path to plan out where the house is going to sit within that, and just try and kind of work out what that looks like, going with the 9x6 for the gardens and obviously the 3x4 for the houses. So I'm going to try and lay out gooses to start with, just to see what it looks like really. So I'm going to go 9 across, and if I'm going to start kind of here, so alright guys, so that's kind of the layout for the first house. So that would be Goose's house. You come in here, his door's here, but then he's got this space here for some sort of garden area, and I think that would look really cool. And if I pull the camera down, you can kind of see in comparison to where the houses are in the background. I'm giving each islander much more space now with this kind of layout. I just need to be super careful that it doesn't go too far, because I am trying to get 3 along here. So I mean, it should be doable, but I just want to lay it all out first just to double check I'm happy with it before I start placing things. So that's 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's the first street laid out. So this will be Goose's, Cookie's, and then Shari's on the end here. And it gives us quite a bit of space, just because I wanted to make it clear from the residential area, the residential area to be clear from the entrance. So I like how it sits back this way a little bit. So we're going to do the same again. But utilising this kind of space down here. Again, try not to come too close to the entrance, so making sure we stay over here. But I'm going to do this, try and do the same, bring 3 houses across. The only thing I'm a bit worried about is this bridge here, but I'm probably going to demolish that. So, in fact, yeah, I'm definitely going to demolish that, and I might even terraform like the river to kind of give it a smoother curve if it does get in the way. But we'll worry about that when we come to it. So yeah, let's plan out the next kind of 3 houses, and I think we'll be good. Alright guys, that took some working out in my head, but I think I'm pretty happy with it, so I'm going to leave it like this for now. So just so you can see, we've got 2 houses along the bottom here, which are slightly offset, and then 3 across the top. So this is going to be kind of like 2 streets, one kind of residential area, and then my plan is across the bridge to have another 5 houses over there. So just so you know, this will be Goose, then Cookie, Shari, and down here we're going to have Nana and Yucca. So that's who these 5 houses are going to belong to. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the same to this area over here and have the other 5 houses over there. But yeah, that took some crazy planning, so I'm going to leave it like this while I have a think about what sort of fencing I want to use, and just like come back to it tomorrow and make sure I'm kind of really happy with it. And then I'll bring you guys back while we start to add more to it and kind of start making it actually look like a residential area rather than just a load of paths. But I would like to know, I'd love to know actually what you think. Do you think this is going to be better where they've got like more garden space here? That I think it's going to be way better. They're going to have a nice little area to sit in, some more themed areas. I'm still going for quite a natural, like overgrown, not quite cottagecore, but that sort of esque feel to it. So let me know what you think. What sort of fencing shall I use? Bushes shall I use? And as always guys, if you're new here, we do daily Animal Crossing videos, a mixture of build videos, tips and tricks, island tours, everything to do with Animal Crossing. So if you enjoy it, please consider hitting subscribe, drop a like.